Awesome. We are live. Thank you so much for joining. If you're watching this live, wait till the very end, and I'm going to tell you all the calamities that have happened to bring me here live inside the office rather than the promised Kroger where I was going to stream my shopping. I want to share with you 5 tips for getting the best value out of your produce section at Kroger. And the last one is actually the one that saved me the most money. So make sure to stick around for that. But let's jump right into it. Think in your mind. You're going to have to do some imagination travel since I'm in my office. Um, think of being in that produce section. All right. Think about going over to the refrigerated section where there's some prepared food already. So the tip has to do with being right there. Look and you'll see in your mind's eye some sliced green peppers. Okay. If you have trouble with that, here is an example that I pulled off of the internet. How's that for awesome? So let me show you that again. Do you see that? That, if you saw, was $5.99 to get 3 skewers of sliced peppers and sliced vegetables. All right. If you buy the peppers separately, it's probably going to cost you something like $3.50. There's red peppers, green peppers, some mushrooms, onions, those kinds of things. To get everything for that, it's going to cost you about $3.50, where already prepared for you is $5.99. Here's the difference of that. It's not just money, because you're going to pay for everything that you get at Kroger and consume with either your money or your time. Okay. And there's a conundrum when you get with the sliced peppers that actually make this a tip. All right. You may save the extra 90 cents or so to get the sliced peppers. Or excuse me, you may save the 90 cents to get the things to prepare at home. And those things could set in the back of the refrigerator and actually spoil or go bad. You won't know that until it's actually you're going to cook them. So then you have a double whammy. The first is the money that you paid for all of your produce has been wasted because it has gone bad. And then secondly, since you're caught in a jam, you're either going to go and buy food out, which is extra money out, or just to find some convenience food in your pantry, and your health is going to take a little bit of a shock. So um, it may save you a few cents to extra to get the stuff already sliced, but all you need to do when you're ready to use it is bring it out and it's good to go. Waste is the enemy. And if you can pay a few extra cents and reduce the risk of waste, you're going to you're going to save money in the long run. Maybe once or twice, it'll only take once or twice for that stuff to go bad to over a month or a year. You actually lose money if you go the cheap route of the whole produce. So there's tip number one. The second thing actually has to do with, let me get my phone out again. It was much more interesting when I was in the store. See that bag of oranges? This is straight from Oprah. This is not from me. Okay. So you can Google Oprah and oranges and this will come up. But that bag is a different production process than these that are individually just laying in the produce section. The producer of the oranges that goes into the bags, all right, they get paid for the quantity that they grow. All right. So that bag, maybe 15 oranges that are in there. That, if memory serves from when I was at Kroger, was $8.99. Okay, for 15 oranges. And you'll think, wow, per orange that's pretty cheap. But the experience of getting an orange out, it is not as soft. It is not as easy to peel. And the taste itself is not as good as this one. All right. The result is you're less likely to eat those or be excited about those. And waste is the enemy, so you may eat only half of those. And if you eat half of those, your per orange cost is much more, almost double what this individual orange is. And if you have um, followed the channel before, you know that individually I pay about $1.25 for these oranges. And I do that for two reasons. One, uh, I put them into the bag salad that we'll talk about more in just a little bit. But also, this can actually be a snack or a tide me over for two separate people. These are so large, you lose that in comparison. But the bagged oranges are smaller. This is, two servings practically. And so $1.25 over two, that's pretty okay. So look at the potatoes and the onions and those things that you can buy in a bag and see if there are alternatives, single options that are better quality. And the per individual price may be a little bit more, but waste is the enemy. And you just have to have a few oranges go bad in that bag, and you're actually paying more than the individual orange. Okay, so there's your visual example, orange and not bag of oranges. Number three, all right, if you watch shoppers on YouTube, they talk about their weekly grocery visits or even their monthly grocery visits. And we can talk about this as a separate, completely separate video, but it actually helps you the more that you go to the store if you're focused on just finding deals. Because if you go weekly, or you go monthly, you've got one shot to see whatever is while you're there on sale. But I was just there this morning and I found, remember these pomegranate seeds that usually not buy because they're so expensive? I found some on clearance. I love bag salad. You know that if you've watched the show at all. And there are reduced bag salads. The produce section is a little different than the rest of the store because it's always getting new things, and that has a very short shelf life. That's what the name is there for, shelf life. So things are going on sale constantly. If you can go twice a week, uh, that's great. If you can go even more and just work it into your schedule to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, go over before you go to work, or if you can get there earlier, the better. Worst case scenario is go over lunch just through that produce section. Make it part of your routine, and you're going to find deals like this that are going to save you money every time you go. Again, because you're taking it's you have more bites of the apple. You're going again and again rather than just hoping for what's there one month, once a week or once a month. All right, that's the third thing. The fourth thing, we're actually going to get a little bit more specific. So I'd like you to, in your mind's eye, you're still in the produce section, go to the area of the produce section where there are the dressings. That's the best example, okay? Or the bagged salads, all right? Grocery stores, of course, make their money from selling you things with a little bit of a markup, but they also make money connected to where those products are placed inside the store. All right. If something is at eye level anywhere in that store, particularly the produce section, the manufacturer has paid to have that in an area that it's very easy for you just to grab and go. Okay. So whatever is there has markup to pay for that extra product placement. So usually the items that are placed there are more expensive or they're better for the producer than for the consumer. So the tip simply is when you're in the area of the store that you want to buy in your imaginary dressing area, check your four corners of the section. So look up at the top to the left, up to the top to the right, down to the bottom to the right, down to the bottom to the left. Below eye level and above eye level are where the better deals are going to be. And test me on this. When you're down there, is that where the store brands are? Yeah, probably so. Are those better per ounce deals? Yeah, it's very true. As we've said before, there are some things that are worth buying the brand name. We can talk about that again in another video, or search the past ones. But uh, it's when it's just a matter of, taste, liking this or that, check the four corners to get the better deals, particularly in the produce section. The last tip, the fifth one, that saved me more money than anything else connected to Kroger, is their digital coupons. They have a Kroger app, and if you've not done that, if you've not downloaded that and used your phone, do that as soon as possible. And I'm going to go political just for a second. Actually, it's not political as in a political party system, but political as in corporate America is designed to exploit the consumer. Okay, there's shocking news. Here's an example: the flyers that have been mailed out to people for bajillions of years, maybe not, maybe 20. Those let people know what is on sale in the stores, right? They're shifting that. They're not sending it all. And they're making them available in the store, or ignoring the paper completely. They're putting them on the apps anymore. When you go to the store, that's when you'll now find out about the deals in the flyer. And one of the things that they have are QR codes to the specific coupons for what they're trying to sell. All right. I have never, and I rarely say blanket statements, but I have never gone into a store, seen one of the QR codes that gets you a coupon, clicked on that coupon to clip it to go into my account, and then checked out and have that coupon applied to that purchase. There's some kind of delay from the point of applying the coupon to checking out. And when you shop for specials and deals in those coupons, that really adds up. And you pay for things either in money or time. In those instances, I have to get a manager to come over and I show them, and they reduce it, whatever. But that's such a hassle, especially at the end of your Kroger run. So do this as part of your routine. About 24 hours or so before you know you're going to Kroger, open up the app, scroll down to the savings section, and view all digital coupons. And it'll take you about 10 or 15 minutes outside the store to go through and see if there's any incredible deals. There's some things that, from going there this morning, if I bought something from Dole, I got free milk as well, the half gallons of milk. And I wouldn't have gotten that free milk if I hadn't downloaded that coupon yesterday. And then further, I got my Dole produce on reduced and was able to, get the free milk for less than what I would have paid for the milk, on the shelf. So and got free, reduced salad. That's the kind of things that, when you're kind of nerdy, it's fun to find those kinds of specials. So get your digital coupons about 24 hours before you actually plan your Kroger run. All right. So there we go. 5 tips inside the produce section. Want to thank you so much for watching. If you like the things like I've shared, make sure to subscribe. If you like this video particularly, click a thumbs up on the video. That actually helps, the whole channel helps me, and it doesn't cost you a thing other than that 2 seconds of clicking it. Now, with all that said, let me share the chaos of recording live in the store. Step number 1, there's a previous video where I talk about how I YouTube, and I had my whole setup set up. It felt so weird to have cameras and the microphone on. And I get there, overcome the awkwardness, and I'm starting the recording, and it just didn't work. There was buffering issues. There were all kinds of technical issues that didn't have a positive experience for those viewing. And what I YouTube thought it was so bad that it actually didn't even record what I was streaming. So figured someone was watching and told me, "Thank you so much, Dice Fumbler." And I came home, got the things that I did buy at the store, sat down, snapped those pictures so that I could make it a somewhat positive experience for you, even with my blank office wall behind me. Let me know if you have any other tips on that produce from the produce section. We can help each other out. I thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.